What's up, everybody? It's the Bowtie Boss here. I just told you how I thought Marquez was going to get upset by Alvarado. Right here, I'm talking about something that I know for a fact won't be an upset, won't even be close to being competitive, and this better be the last time in this kid's career that this kind of thing happens. I'm talking about Keith, about to one time the kid, Julio Diaz, coming up on April 26th. Julio Diaz is coming off of 2 losses. He lost to Sean Porter, he lost to Amir Khan, and somehow the WBA still has him ranked number 9. They have Keith Thurman ranked as number 1, so you could see where this is going, right? This has Keith Thurman being installed as a mandatory, written all over it, and this better be the reason why this fight even got made, was to get Keith Thurman with that WBA strap around his waist. And without that, I see no other reason for this fight. So I'm just going to jump into it. Keith Thurman by knockout sometime between rounds 4 and 7. And really, what are his keys to victory for Keith one-time Thurman is be him, man. Throw those power shots early. Try to hurt this kid from the onset. Julio Diaz says, his only fight, I think, at welterweight was, a couple early, but then his only recent fight was the Sean Porter thing. And I think he surprised Sean Porter a little bit just by being competitive. But that was his last fight, and we're talking, it's a guy that if he fought Sean Porter, 9 times out of 10 he gets beaten easily. That one time, Styles makes fights and he did okay, but he's gonna get knocked out. That's really it, man. That's the only key to victory for Keith Thurman, is be himself. Throw those power shots early. If Diaz shows that he's durable and he can take them, guess what? Keep throwing them. You're going to knock this kid out at some point. What's the keys to victory for Diaz, man? He's got to sell out immediately. That bell rings, sell out. Go in there and show Keith Thurman you mean and knock him out in return. Throw your hardest shots. Try to get rid of him. Work behind a solid jab. And I don't mean a pawing jab. I mean, he's got to throw his jab in there with every intention on breaking his nose every single time he throws it. And then counter everything, man. Everything that Thurman does. If he hits you with a hard right hand, counter it immediately. Counter it as hard as you can. Keith Thurman has shown susceptibility to get caught with, right hands, especially around his gloves. He holds his gloves kind of in front of his face instead of kind of on the side. He holds them out in front, trying to cover the front. And round right hands might catch him, especially walking in. Does Julio Diaz even have the power to hurt him? I don't know, man. I'm not even going to even think that Julio Diaz has a shot. I threw out some keys to victory. He's not going to do it. Let's be real. Anybody who steps through the ropes has some chance. I mean, Keith Thurman could slip on a banana peel or get hit by a fucking plane on his way to the arena. All of those things could happen. I could win $400 million in a lottery tomorrow. No, actually, I couldn't because I don't play it. So at least Julio Diaz is playing the game that he's trying to win. He's just going to get murdered. This is a fight that I hope is one of Julio Diaz's last. The kid's been around for a long time, bro. He's Joe Diaz's little brother, and he's been right there. He's a B-level fighter, at best. He's probably fallen down to that C+ level now, and he's fighting an A- kid in Keith Thurman, and he's going to get hurt. The real important piece on this is with that WBA number 1 contendership around his waist, Keith Thurman is in a great position to say like the winner of Amir Khan and Louis Collazo. If that winner is not Amir Khan, meaning Louis Collazo pulls off what I think he can pull off, I guarantee you we're not going to see Collazo and Floyd Mayweather. If Amir Khan wins, we'll probably see an Amir Khan and Floyd Mayweather. But if Louis Collazo wins this fight, mark these words, man. Louis Collazo is going to be fighting Keith one-time Thurman for that WBA title. Probably in September, something like that, around Floyd's next fight. And that's a really good fight, man. If Louis Collazo wins against Amir Khan, which is a big if, but if he wins that fight, you'll be seeing Louis Collazo and Keith Thurman, and that's one that I'll reserve judgment on that till I see how both of them perform in these fights coming up. But again, super easy knockout win for Keith Thurman over the kid Julio Diaz, and it's the Bowtie Boss for Fight Combat Sports News.